with cross keys out. Right, okay, it's recording audio, so I'm just going to leave it down so it can be heard what's going on in the property. Right, what would you like to do first?
We're here to look at the damper mould within the property.
Right, okay, yep. Come in. Dogs are secure in there, so don't worry about them. I've located the main problem.
So the door's shut
That's
behind
alright,
us,
that's just to stop the dogs getting in. Yeah, shut the door. I haven't had time to clear up yet, because I've literally just come back from the doctors. If you there's your major problem. So it is coming down first because it started coming back again. Right, that's what I said all along, isn't it? Yeah? Right, that's all been painted by the clubbing man came out to do it.
You know, open your curtains, can we have a look at the window?
Yeah. Pardon? Yeah, it's got a curtain front, but literally just got in the building. This is the major problem.
Yeah.
All I've done is move the wardrobe from there to going along the wall now.
Yeah.
Okay? So, who are you from? Crosskeys?
I'm Crosskeys. I'm your neighbourhood manager,
Yeah,
and
cool.
the surveyor's come out to look at your damper mould, so I'm just
Yeah,
attending
no
with them
worries.
today because we spoke on the phone, didn't we?
Yeah, I only suffer from PTSD, not
was
mental
it.
health issues.
Yeah, then Sam is shadowing me as a new neighbourhood manager, so he's
Yeah,
just
I
coming
don't
up
give a
to...
monkey's on that regard, I'm just
Yeah.
covering myself legally, like I said.
No, that's fine, yeah.
Okay, do you think we'll take some readings? All right.
For
Just to see the condition of the of this
like I said, I
room.
haven't even had a chance to open my windows today, so
Yeah, just to do with the
I
damper
had to
mould.
go
Yeah.
straight to my doctors.
Did you? Yeah. Was that today, was it?
Yeah. So I've got all my legal rights now, and I can begin the process of getting my legal medication without having any antisocial angle, if you see my point now. Okay, there's nothing illegal goes on from this property. Right, there you go. Also, you need to get up into the loft, don't you, which I haven't been up in since I got released from prison. So we do that at the same time.
Is it damp up there, is it?
I've got no idea, because like I said, I haven't gone up there yet.
Okay, that would be a question for
Yep.
Bernice.
Yeah, there's a step ladder, you can get up there in a minute. It's only a roll up and run my office without cigarette filters.
Do you light it off earlier?
It's a lighter.
Is it, yeah?
Yeah.
Have a little. Bit of that. Not seen one before.
Yeah, well, I get sick of people nicking lighters and running out of flint and trying to find a shop that sells flint. So, yeah, hence the state of the place is down to my disability. I've really been struggling.
Oh, yes. What have you been struggling with at the moment?
Largely watching the camera.
What's that?
Is that what?
Well, that's what I've just been given permission to use. That's why I was watching the camera angle when you was taking photos.
Oh, what? I don't know what it
It's
is.
a vape.
Oh, it's a vape, is it?
For cannabis.
Oh, for cannabis, is it?
Yeah.
So it is.
Hence the antisocial angle. Since I got set up for antisocial behaviour a little while ago. Oh, look at that, it's just affected my laptop.
What
So
else?
whatever your device is there has just affected my
Oh,
laptop.
okay. So this is a humidity reader.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's saying that you've got 98% humidity in this
Well, of
room.
course, because I've no more
No.
any air in here.
Your temperature in the room is 11.3 degrees,
Yeah,
and your dew point is 11.1.
right, I've got no idea.
Okay. So obviously you understand that's in room with your temperature, the temperature of your room.
Right,
If that temperature reaches the dew point,
right,
it means that the humidity can't be held in the air any longer,
right,
and all that moisture, because humidity is moisture,
yeah,
all that moisture goes to your windows,
yeah,
which is why you've got condensation.
yeah.
Okay?
And plus I use my dogs to keep myself warm at night time, so.
So there's a lot of factors what can cause humidity. So you need to try and get that humidity down.
That's quite easy, I've just opened the window.
Yeah. But clearly, yeah.
I just haven't had a chance,
Yeah.
literally just made myself a cup of coffee, I haven't
Okay.
even had a chance.
And you need to stick your heating on, because the higher the room temperature
Yeah.
means it's going to get further
Well, I
away from
also
the
have
dew
to eat my gas use out,
Okay.
if you see
I
my
just-
point.
Yeah, I just have to tell you
No,
what.
this greedy country is messing about with medication, they're messing about with people's health, they're messing about with the gas prices, the food prices.
So
You know what I'm saying, and you know it's all true.
I've gone on to
And then you've
Google.
got children
So the
that,
experts.
oh, don't worry about Google, they're idiots.
Yeah. So it just tells you the recommended
Of course
percentage of humidity.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't take Google as fact.
Is
It means go
Well, it-
Google.
okay. So it's just telling you that humidity levels need to be below 40
Yeah.
degrees. 40 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, 40%.
Right, I'll show you how I check the temperature. Sorry to butt in there, but I'm a simple man, I don't. You know, I understand seismology and geographics. This is how I check my temperature in the building. There you go. So whatever that temperature is there is,
Sitting at about 18,
Yeah.
isn't it?
so it's 15, 16. Don't know how accurate it is.
Yeah. So that's just your temperature that you're setting your heating up. Yeah. That's
Right.
not telling you what the
Well, when
temperature
it
is.
goes down to a certain temperature in the building, it goes down
Yeah. So
to 15,
You should have
14.
you should have a temperature on there, I think.
Well, that's how I check the temperature, because when the temperature goes down in the building, it's telling me it's 14, 15 degrees, and then I'll turn the heating on and turn it up to 18.
Well, what tells you that it's 14 degrees?
Well, that does.
Well, it doesn't. That's just a
Doesn't it?
dial. No.
Okay.
That's a thermostat.
Yeah.
What you turn your heating off and
So
on.
it tells you what the temperature is in the building, otherwise it wouldn't go down to 15, would it?
It does. Well, it's
It's telling you the heat has gone down to 15,
okay.
correct?
They've got the device where it's a surveyor, sorry.
Just blind Jimmy silence, isn't it? It's like a doctor telling you to believe in COVID, isn't it?
So the recommendation is you need to know that, which you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That will get your humidity levels down, which
Yeah.
will get rid of the condensation.
Yeah, usually there's a window opening in the dog's room.
Dog's room there, is it?
Of course, that's why there's dog crates in there, so it'd be facetious, but you know, it's all about inspecting what's going on here, so I'm being very open,
And
very welcoming.
we do advise, obviously, when you do get condensation, you
Yeah.
drive them first thing.
Right,
Yeah. Because that will stop the mold. Right.
yes,
All right.
right. You now know why I've had problems opening my windows. And I have to be careful of being accused of being antisocial, should any complaints get logged,
Because of the cannabis being used.
because of my private medication, which is supported by my doctor, and has been for at least the last 3 years. But I have to use my own discretion, I don't do it in front of children, I do not walk down the road doing stuff like that, or anything else, so there's no neighbourhood issue.
Mm-hmm.
The only neighbourhood issue that there would be is if someone caught a whiff of an odour and then phoned in and got me constant
We've not
checks
had any-
every month or so.
We've not had reports.
No,
of that.
but that's why I'm saying about the
Yeah.
constant
Yeah,
checks.
I'm,
Yeah.
as I say, I'm your neighbour manager, I've not had any
Yeah.
reports of
Well, I
any of that.
spotted a video online the other day that was alerting me to what gangs were operating in this city. And now I understand why landlords are checking their properties every couple of months.
We're checking
For
purely
whatever
for damp and mould.
excuse. Yeah, for
Yeah.
whatever reason.
It's not an excuse,
I've
the
had-
reason we're here
I've
is
had
because we
3 gas checks in the last year.
Okay.
One was a couple of months ago, so when I last spoke to Crosskeys, I said, look, it's already been covered. I only had one a couple of months ago, literally a couple of months ago.
Okay.
There's no problem with the gas.
No.
Why do you keep having to come round every couple of months?
I know they have to
check
do a yearly
things?
gas check,
Yeah. But
electrics every
not
few years.
for every couple of months coming round with whatever reason to inspect whatever.
The reason obviously why we're here today is
Yeah.
because we was made aware of a video that was posted around damp and mould and your concerns
That's
around
right.
that.
Yeah,
So
because I
that's,
said if it's not sorted out this time, then
Yeah.
I'm...
so it's only right as a landlord,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
come out and
no, I
have a
understand.
conversation and
Yes, yes, I
see if we can
completely
support you.
understand that.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've got lung issues, so I have to get this sorted out. I can't have my grandsons or anyone else staying
Yeah,
here
you said
while
on
it's
the
like
phone, didn't
this.
you?
You know?
Yeah. There's no
You
other.
can open the window now if you'd like to. You know, I just haven't yet because literally I'll do that about 20 minutes.
mould grows
Of course they do.
and how that.
Well, the reason it's come back this time.
No,
is
just
I
in
showed-
general,
Well, of
just
course I
in
know,
general.
yeah.
And how's that?
Well, it's spreads its spores once it takes hold, and then it festers and moves through the air.
So mould is in the atmosphere already,
That's right.
okay, which we breathe in,
Yeah.
okay? And mould will grow on damp, wet surfaces,
Yeah.
okay? So cold, damp, wet surfaces. So if you've got condensation in your property and it's not dried,
Yeah.
or the property's not warm enough, they're the ideal situation for the mould to
Yeah.
grow.
So I'll tell you what I've noticed as well with that.
So if you don't dry your windows, you will get mould around your windows, okay? If you've got high condensation, high humidity in your property, which you have, the mould grows onto the cold areas, so you've got cold moisture up there, that's how the mould is growing.
Yeah, that was,
Okay.
like you said, you're going to have a look up in the loft in a minute anyway. I've only moved that this year, as you can see. It's not even fixed to
But
the wall yet.
it's the
So I can't put
humidity in
my
the
clothes
property
rows
that
up in
creates.
there yet until the mold's sorted out.
So if you got rid of your humidity in the bungalow.
Yeah, there's
The mould
humidity
will
is
grow.
not being caused by anything else bar lack of heating. That's what I'm making perfectly clear. Now I'll
So
show
you
you.
can still ventilate,
Yeah,
but
now-
you get rid of the humidity.
Now I'll show you what I'm talking about. On the inside of the window frames, I found that the mildew and the mould is coming from the outside into the building. Right? That's what I found. So I've started doing weatherproofing on the outside of the building to stop it coming up the walls, from the back walls on the outside, which is then coming onto the window frames. And whenever I open the windows then, it's then not sporing and blowing in my building. Do you understand what I'm saying now?
I don't think it really happens like that, to be
Of
fair.
course
You've
it
got
does,
mould
because
already in
I've
there.
been monitoring the situation and I know that is a fact.
Okay. Well, with
Which is
different
why I've
windows,
been spending my own
Are
money
your
to
windows
correct the
drafted?
situation.
Are
Are they what?
your windows drafted then?
They've got beading on the outside, which they shouldn't have anyway, and they're due to be replaced, but the landlords are leaving them as long as possible before replacing them. But I've got no locking windows, so I can't open the windows and leave them unattended because I've got snidey neighbours. that
It's
use
just
them.
those window handles, I don't think they're standards. Have you included that or?
No, they would have been replaced because the other one's seized up, you know.
So it's cross keys fit these, yeah?
Yeah, they are due to be replaced, but like I said, landlords are, I'll have to shut the window or put it on the catch now while I go in another room with you because I've got snidey neighbours who keep doing stupid shit.
So if you close this window, you're not helping the ventilation.
That's why I said I'll put it on the catch. Technicalities, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not really ventilating it, still
Of
growing.
course it's not, but if I leave the window open, then what's going to happen?
I don't know.
There you go. So that's why you then have to look on the catch. It's not a control issue, do you know what I'm saying? It's a safety reason. I've already tried it. I had my life taken twice. I'm not playing games no more. Right. Kitchen. Due to my disability, I've got no light in my bathroom at the moment because the power cord's gone. Because I just saw your mate walking up the building. Right. Disability. Can't keep up with it. No problem with the cleanliness of the utensils I use. Heater's in there. Mildew smothered right the way through there. Slightly up here.
Where you're saying you're having some trouble, like sort of coping at the moment with your disability, we
Yeah.
do have like a tenancy sustainment team that can potentially offer some support.
No, I won't let no
Not
outsiders
interested?
into my building
Okay.
because I'm just not interested anymore.
Okay.
I've just gone for a second setup with the police,
Okay.
like I said. I used my dogs for that angle.
I just wanted to.
Yeah.
Why you said
yeah,
it?
no,
Like, it'd be
but
wrong with me
I'm
not.
being as
yeah.
sociable
No,
as
no,
I
yeah,
can,
yeah, no.
while trying to
It'd be wrong of
advise
me not
people
to
as to
offer
what
it.
the problems have always been.
Yeah, exactly that. It'd
You
be
know,
wrong of me
it's-
not to offer it.
Yeah, sorry, I have to keep the
Well,
door open when the dogs go out and then it lets the air
Can I
in.
open these?
Of course you can, yes. Mildew on there as well. because my windows don't lock when they're on a couch. I can't leave the windows open and go into another building or into another room because obvious reasons. Right.
Are you happy for those catches to be raised to see if we can get standard ones?
Should we replace the whole window?
I'll have a chat with someone and see what we can do.
Yeah, Bernie's going to have a chat with someone to see.
Yeah, they're due to be replaced anyway, but I can't do anything about
It's
it.
not the, well, it's if I stick a handle on,
They're illegal to have beading on the outside anyway.
they're only going to do the same thing. It's just that when they're closed, they haven't got a lock on there to lock the handle that you can't
so
move
you
it.
can't.
But that's irrelevant to having it open.
No, it's not going to make any.
It's not going to make any difference.
No.
We just need to provide a handle that works.
Okay.
The
That's
extractor
fine.
fans work.
That's fine. That's what I wasn't sure of.
Yeah, the extractor fans all work. I use those if I can't open the windows. Like I said, I can't keep the windows open while trying to keep the heat up in the building. So, you know, it's not a blame shifting thing. So that's why
See one of the alarms or something?
No, that one works beside it. I put my own one up there and disconnected your hardwired one because it's got dodgy technology in it, including microphones. So's that one in the kitchen that's being replaced as well.
You've done that one already?
No, this one in here, the last time when the guy came round to do it, sorry, who are you from? Are you from
Cross Keys? Yeah,
you are Cross Keys, right? This one here, when the guy comes out to do his check, as soon as he stepped underneath it, his connection went.
Whose connection went?
His connection went. The guy that came round to do the stock check. He said, oh, I can't complete my check now. I said, so you've got to come back again then. I said, tell you what, why don't you just connect to my Wi-Fi? And like I said, that's the problem I'm getting with the laptop. Yeah, something's piggybacking on my Wi-Fi, and that's got a little Wi-Fi sign on it while it's active.
Have you got passwords and stuff on your Wi-Fi?
No, because it's being replaced now because I keep having problems and issues with my security cameras now.
Try and get one with a password on you.
Well, I didn't have a password until Cross Keys got my passwords.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say to you.
Have you got any mould in this room?
No, it's all been
No.
painted and treated now. So would you like me
So you're happy with that room then, yeah? With what we've done?
Yes. I'm in the middle of decorating it all, but it's all bit by bit.
Yeah. Of course.
I can't do anything about it.
Living room alright?
Yes, living room's all right, but I've got dogs in there at the moment.
No,
so.
good saying that's right.
This I've had to weatherproof because this was where the new stuff was growing from the rain that was coming through the wood. As soon as it came through this, straight on the ceiling, started spreading right the way
We
through
will
the
get
house.
mould coming through on here then, because if that's getting wet,
Which
like I
not
said.
now because it's been weatherproofed.
from the inside or out?
Both.
Okay.
That's why I did it before it started snowing.
Do you know
because
if you
I had
could-
white spores growing on top of black mould, which is deadly, is it not?
Well, it's not ideal to have
It's
wooden
not,
board, is it?
not exactly safe for my lungs, is it?
Well, we need a
See
letter
what
box
I mean
to fit
about
it
that?
in.
I've got to call Cross Keys out now because, hang on, let me show you. The pull cord's been pulled out of that and I didn't really want to stick my fingers in the electric socket if you have a look for yourself on that because I've had to take the bulb out because I can't take the light thing, I can't turn it off.
Right, okay.
So, it's just hiking up my
When
road.
did this happen?
About a week or so ago.
Have you reported it?
Not yet, no, because I've been trying to sort out the doctors and trying to catch up on my sleep deprivation.
I'll get that reported then, okay?
Yeah, no problem. Don't put it down as lack of care to the building because it's all been good up until this point. I'm just struggling at the moment.
Your razors are repair.
Yeah, I know, but
The fan works.
of course they'll work. They wanted to come round and check them and they said they needed to
But it was
replace
turned off at the top here, which
That's right. that's
ideally you
how I
should be
do it.
doing it.
Well, that's how I turn them off.
As long as you remember to turn it on.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
there any mould in here?
Oh.
No.
No, it's all been clean. We painted that bit, there's a tiny bit up in here,
Yeah?
which we just needs cutting tiles for that. I'm going to tile the whole bathroom eventually.
Okay.
Obviously I've got dogs, so I have to cope with mopping and,
Sure.
you know.
That's it?
Yeah.
I don't know more anywhere else.
You wanted to have a look up in the loft, didn't you? At the,
I didn't know about the loft, to be fair, but...
well, I
You
just
got a
showed
ladder?
you where the wet patch was in. Well, apparently, this is supposed to be a structural survey, isn't it? This is what I was told.
We haven't got a letter. You mentioned about the duct.
So there is no structural surveyor coming in.
A structural surveyor, no.
The surveyors
No.
visiting.
Don't
This
need-
is a surveyor, yeah?
You don't need a structural
Right,
surveyor.
so you need to inspect the loft because I've just explained to you where the damp
Yeah,
patch
well, I
is
haven't
coming
got
as a former builder,
I haven't got...
so it's coming down the joist into that corner.
I'll have to revisit because I haven't got any ladders on me.
I've got a step ladder there if you want to have a
If
look.
it'll reach.
And then we can just have a
Will
look
it
and
reach
then
up
that
there,
clears
yeah?
up your loft
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah, of course it will, Luke. You see what I mean now? So I showed you the actual wet patch. I haven't been up in this lot since I was released from prison well over a year ago. So I've said to Crosskeys, the solar panel people want to come round and inspect their stuff. Crosskeys want to come round, inspect the loft, so inspect the loft. Just come around and sort it out and stop coming round here for a couple of bloody months assuming that I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing, because I'm not. I'm getting sick of it. I'll hold the ladder for you, mate. There you go. You see what I'm saying now? So that's the first time that's been opened. So I've got it. Yeah. You know, I've spent years in building trades, so I do know what I'm
Did you?
talking about now. I'm just getting ready to put up security railings at the front and replace the front fence as well. So I can actually let my dogs out in the front garden.
Oh, okay.
Should I want to sit in the front garden with them?
Where do they go at the minute in the back today? You got.
No, it's because that I've been accused because I slipped over on wet grass or a dog turd, one or the others, and my dogs pulled me across the park and bit another dog that was coming towards them. So I'm antisocial because I slipped over. Just another angle to come at me with. Right after the landlords had me tied to an antisocial thing after I was released from prison. You see what? Ow, you see what I'm saying?
Sorry, did I catch your
Yeah,
fingers there?
yeah, don't worry about me, mate. You just get on with what you're doing. Concentrate. Can you see the pile of wood above where my bed is? I can remember that from that last time I went up there.
I can see a walkway, kind of walkway down the middle.
Yeah, that was
Is
put
that what
up,
you're on about?
that was put up by the, no, there's just above the bed area in here, there was a pile of wood there. What was left up there?
Is it still up here then? You can't see it.
I'm not sure.
Saying you can't see it.
It was put up there by the people that replaced all the roof. So I've got the ladder. Yeah, I needed to get up there because my dogs have. Well, he's up there now. My dog's chewed through my phone cable, so I'm missing calls because I spend a lot of time on my bed and I've already yet for any extension cable, so I want to put that through the loft when I run the high speed connection for my internet through the loft rather than having it like that because it's, you know. Yeah, I don't make any attempt to hide the fact that I'm a medical user. I know landlords don't like it. The police aren't bothered about it, but they're trying to tie me to an antisocial angle so they can control me. Not having none of that at all. So I basically told them to go fuck themselves. Their antisocial behaviour thing, the same as what I told Cross Keys. I've made peace with the next door neighbour anyway, so that's all cool.
Like I say, in terms of antisocial behaviour, from a Cross Keys angle, we've had no reports, no.
Well, that's because they haven't succeeded yet. They've been working on the sleep deprivation angle at the moment, so they're waiting for me to snap. While having me tied to an antisocial thing, if you see what I mean. So they've been trying.
Who are trying to?
Mainly number 2 at the moment, but it's the same clique of neighbours as what it's always been, who tried to cover up the other neighbour that gassed me, that tried to kill me, if you see my point. So it's the same little clique of neighbours that it's always been. It's their village, you're an outsider, this is supposed to be given to Glinton families, this motherland, and they don't like it.
You've lived here a long time now, haven't you?
That's right.
How many years have you been here now?
Well, I keep myself to myself, I won't put up with none of their bullshit. Same as the new neighbour next door, he just keeps himself to himself. I'm just getting ready to help him because he's got serious health problems. Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
All good. There's no one up there. Completely empty.
Oh, it's empty. Okay.
Fully insulated, fully vented.
Yeah.
No condensation.
Okay.
I'll show you. So insulated how it should be.
Right. Yep.
No watermarks, no condensation
So
dripping.
there's nothing come down from there?
No.
Right, okay.
That's where you said the wood was over your bedroom?
Yes, yes.
So that's gone.
Right, I must have moved that now.
All dry.
Got that one.
That's the dark bit is the old insulation
Ah,
and new's being put over the top.
Yep.
This is
That's,
that corner.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where I've had to run the camera cables
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
and
yeah.
everything
So
else.
you've disturbed that. But
Okay.
yeah, that's the back wall there, which is that wall there.
Yep.
So it's fully insulated.
Okay, and there's nothing
Right.
coming down the joist then?
No, nothing.
So
You can
what
see
the
there's
hell is
no
that?
watermarks
Yeah,
whatsoever.
it'd be the joist from the chimney, wouldn't it?
Yeah, there's nothing.
Nothing at all?
No.
Okay.
I checked the insulation, it's all dry as well.
Nice.
Above
Right.
it.
Because
it's a cold area.
I changed the angle of the room to try and cure the problem in that corner. And
Yeah.
it's still coming back.
Yeah.
So,
So-
my only assumption as a former builder was it's coming from outside
Yeah.
then, down the joist.
No.
And
But-
as soon as it started getting rainy weather, back it came and the paint actually started peeling off the wall.
So don't forget,
Got
mould will grow in cold areas. And if you're not heating up that area, because it's in the cupboard,
Yeah,
maybe
but
it's
the
not
doors are
getting.
always open.
Yeah. Well, you just need to sort out your heating and get it up to temperature.
Yeah, well,
The best you
unfortunately,
can.
that's going to take more benefits, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
So you're in catch 22, isn't it?
I'll have to put it down to health matters and their greed and corruption and technical money.
So you need to. Recommendation is heat up the property
Yep.
a lot more.
Yep.
And ventilate.
Yeah, it's not
Dry
a problem.
everything when you see any condensation,
Yeah.
but if you can get that balance, you
Yeah.
shouldn't get any condensation because the humidity will be gone.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, no problem at all.
I can't see any repairs. We can carry out more cleans. I'll get you
Like I
your.
said, the windows need sorting out.
I'll get you your bathroom light pull cord.
Yes, it's only because of my medication I don't really want to be sticking my
No,
fingers
no,
in the
no. So we'll
electrics.
get that.
You know, I can do it, but
Get that done.
I couldn't see how to do it and how the cord went back into the thing.
Sure. We'll see.
You know.
Can you manage without a light in there
I'll just
until
turn
we
it away.
attend?
I'll just turn it away. Right?
Okay.
Don't bother me.
All right.
We'll get it sorted out, yeah.
You know what I mean, it's just silly little things. I haven't had any issues with gas safety, like I said. The gas all works, the central heating works. I can't understand why I keep getting these constant checks. There's no need for it. There's nothing illegal goes on here. I've had to start a new hobby now. You can see the bow in the corner of the room. So I'm taking up archery. Because my life has been attempted twice on, so I'm taking up archery as a hobby now. For obvious reasons.
Okay, I need to report that as well.
You
Because
can
you've been-
report it, but
because
I'll
you've
show you
installed it
first. No,
yourself,
they know
it's not something that
it's
we've
fully
that we've
British
done.
standard and everything. Let me show you. It's fully compliant with UK law,
Yeah,
which
but
is I've got the electrician and everything to
Yeah.
check. It's British kite marked as well, so it all conforms to British standard.
is
The
that
only thing
hardwired
it
or
doesn't,
not?
the only thing it doesn't have inside it is the hidden technology that I returned to Shrewsbury Avenue
Okay.
after looking up the specs of the device on the company's actual website. So I know it had hidden technology in it. I said, will you have it in your office and let us find you then? See how you like it.
Okay.
Ooh, don't know if we're allowed to do that.
All right.
I said, well, I'm not taking it home with me. I said, that one's getting replaced next to Swell.
Okay.
I'm buying one from Amazon that conforms to British standard and all the local gubbing council bullshit government certificates,
Yeah.
and that one's coming down as well.
Okay.
I'm not having that technology in my house anymore.
Okay.
It's putting me off using my kitchen.
Yeah. All right.
And I know it's got spine technology in it, because I've checked.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you for
It's,
your time,
ins-
sir.
it's installed under council regulations for a reason.
Yeah. So a letter
And
should be
they're
sent out.
dictated to by who.
Yeah. A
You
letter
see
should,
where I'm coming
yeah. A letter should be sent out for the appointments for the
No problem
electrician
at all.
and the other cleaner.
Yes,
Okay.
that is covered, so
Okay. All right.
don't send me any, you've disconnected this or you've done that, because I'll just laugh at it.
Okay.
It's covered
All
legally.
right. Thank you. Take care.
Yeah, no problem. Like I said, for this. Who did this? Who did that? That girl. So, hey. Yeah, I know. Right, just had the landlords check, as you heard. That's what happened in the front room, so I've now got to replace the plug on my Hoover. I don't know how much of the conversation you heard, but outside I waved at Donald and he said bollocks. I said, we'll say it to the landlords, they're right here. So he just sort of looked shocked and wandered up the road thinking, oh shit, I'll just drop myself right in it. But there you go, he showed himself and his true colours straight up. So right, now I can keep the heat back in my building by shutting the fucking windows. Trying to bamboozle me with science. What do you think, I'm some sort of an idiot? There you go. And someone in an orange jacket just sneaking back out that gate. There you go. So while I'm getting distracted at the front, there's someone at the back coming through that gate. And I just caught them walking away. That's why I didn't want that window left open. So I was right. Get off my bed. Move. Get off my bed. Marnie, get out the kitchen. You out in the hallway, please. Go on. So there was a sneak attempt on the back of the building while I'm getting distracted at the front of it. How about that? Caught them all out today, haven't I? It's not bin day, so you can't say, oh, you know what I mean? Can't say it's, oh, that was a bin then. No, it wasn't a bin then. You came here free-handed when you said it was just going to be you and a fucking... Yeah? So I don't know who was who. You can stick a tag on and call the dog turd a fucking diamond, can't you? You know what I'm saying? Right, so you blinded me with science, but I'm still telling you, that's coming down the fucking joist. And if it's not coming down the actual joist, it's coming down the fucking stuff, because it's a wet patch, not a damp patch. So who was that sneaky bastard that was coming in from that angle? Who was that sneaky bastard? Right, what are you doing? Out. Out. Out, and you can have a good boy sweetie and a good girl sweetie each. Because you've been brilliant today, haven't you? And you didn't keep barking incessantly, did you? So well done, dogs. Marnie, Lola, Hulkster, Willow. There you go, good boys and girls. Right, I'm going to have a cup of coffee that didn't even get a chance to make before they turned up. So literally, Nope, don't start climbing over each other. Yeah, he did actually say about a video on that I put online where I was showing all the mould, and that's what they was covering themselves for legally. Right. So that's why he wanted the window open then. Ah, get out of it. To let that one sneak in the back while I was occupied out the front. That was very devious, wasn't it? But at least I caught it. Right. Otherwise I would have had someone sneaked in the building, wouldn't I? For whatever reason. Butter. Chicken casseroles. Some spuddy spuds for casseroles. Ah! You heard me openly talking about my cannabis, so I couldn't have that thrown back at me, but I heard the hints that he was dropping about humidity. No, not having that, mate. There's no growing going on here, so you can't use that angle. Don't insinuate it either. That's why I said I haven't been up in the loft since I was released from prison. There's nothing dodgy like that going on here. There you go. You've got your sack of dog food, haven't you? We're good to go. Right. So let me have my cup of coffee, then I'm going to feed you dogs late today. Well, that's that check out the way. Now I shouldn't get any checks every couple of months, like they have been doing. There's nothing dodgy going on here. I'm sick of all the constant checks and invading my privacy for whatever bullshit reason, and I've just told him to stop it, like you heard. So, even this morning when I walked out the door, I got to the end of the road, noticed this guy in a black car following about. Right. So I stopped, he stopped. Right. It was very clear showing them because he actually tried to photograph it. I said, oh, camera angle, eh? I said, let me just show you what that is. Neighbourhood manager. It's an electronic vape for smoking cannabis, for pain relief. There you go. So, nothing illegal going on here. Fuck off, and good luck to you. Enjoy your Christmases. Right. So, yeah, this morning, I'm walking down the road. Get to the end of the road. I've noticed this car prowling about the neighbourhood quite a bit. And this morning it sort of stopped at the end of the road because I stopped. It's then backed up a little bit and then drove back into the estate, right? And I'm thinking like, yeah, they're going to try and get in the property while I'm out. So I clocked its number plate. And then as the guy was driving past, he's gone like this. So he's talking into a mic on his jacket. Jay was a copper or a taxi driver, one or the other. He shouldn't have been there, and he was playing games. And I suddenly get people coming up to me asking me questions, just random questions. I've got one lady being quiet, just doing her thing at the bus stop, while another one's throwing certain questions at me. And after I'd finished answering, you know, in my own unique way, cagily done, I looked at the coloured lady that was sitting there, and she started laughing as if to say, yeah, you caught her out, mate. She gets dropped off at a bus stop by someone in a car. You know what I mean? And then she starts asking you questions about this, that and the other, and where are you going? Well, what do you mean, where am I going? Who are you? Do you know what I mean? What are you asking me questions like that for? Oh, right, you want to know about this, that or the other, do you? Right, I'm just going to get my legal cannabis rights. Oh. Then she didn't know what to say because I already beat the probing question by telling her what she was trying to find out. There you go, fuck you all. You see what I'm saying now? It's constant. Let's come round and check your house. Let's try and work out an angle for doing that. Who's this guy? Why is he walking up and down the fucking house while you're standing there as neighbourhood manager letting him do it? Well, he's my replacement. Okay, well, have a look at my bathroom. I'm disabled. Everything's not as clean as it should be. I'm struggling. Why do you think I need coffee to keep going? Not getting no help off no one, am I? So fuck you all. Don't keep snooping, trying to wind me up, trying to trip me up. Fuck you all. I've had enough of your games and stupidness. It's like being in prison. Fuck. What the fuck are they playing at? I'm not going back to prison for their fucking stupidness. It was them that put me there in the first place with their fucking corrupt schemes and setups, wasn't it? You know? No, I live in a house, that's it. I live in your house. I am not under your authority. You cannot tell me what to do. Do not dictate to me how I should live my life. I'm not abusing your property. I'm not doing anything illegal, so fuck off and leave me alone now. Enough's enough. Now you know why I make these videos. Because I'm not the only person in this country this is happening to. But sometimes you have to say, well, no, that's it now. Fuck you all. Yeah? So I'm going to do things my way. It's going to be done my way, and that's it. That's the end of the matter now. I had their chance. They've kept me suffering. Crawling all over me at the moment. To make life difficult. Which is torture. Literally. I've just had my meds reinstated. Because I submitted and allowed a blood test to be done. Now that artery has recovered sufficiently enough to do it. So I said, yeah, I'm not trying to hide nothing. What about your inhalers? I said, well, I've got cartridges, as you know, but currently I'm waiting for everything to snowball because I've had enough of the pain levels. So I'm hoping it's going to kill me off quick. So, what are you thinking about going to Canada because of the cannabis or whatever? I said, no. I said, the reason I'll be going to Canada is for end of life care, mate. What do you mean? I said, well, they've got a program out there called the May program, which is assisted suicide. So once the pain levels get ridiculous, like they are getting at the moment, I said, I'm not going to be coming to the doctors to beg for fucking medication, am I? Because look what's going on at the moment. So it's a case of, fuck you lot. I'm off to die in another country. Fuck ya. On your heads be it. Won't be my fucking shame, will it? It'll be your fucking shame for fucking playing along with their control fucking freak measures. I'll just go on to the next world from Canada instead of the UK. Makes no difference to me whatsoever. When I've had enough, I'm off. There's nothing you can do about it. Right. If you try to block me from leaving the country, I'll just go out like an illegal immigrant comes in. Fuck you. Oh, but you wouldn't do that in the UK, would you? Why? Because I've been joking about putting vests on. Are you actually asking these questions, you know, or is it somebody else asking these questions? Why do you think I'm on that? Well, you know why I'm on antidepressants, so why would you threaten to take them away, knowing what it's going to do? Makes you wonder that, doesn't it? So they want to toy with the medication, hoping that it's going to cause an antisocial angle after trying to tie me to an antisocial thing. How stupid. So, yeah, once it's all done and dusted, mate, they're going to be paying up big time. Because I've got them all now. Like I said. The more I go public with it, the more it makes them fucking watch closer. Which again just proves more harassment, doesn't it? So they're just putting more pressure on their own necks with a noose around it. So keep playing your games, system. You ain't going to be winning this one. We've all had enough of the bullshit. And if you think I'm the only one that's taking this angle of thinking now, you'd be highly mistaken. So don't think you can isolate it to me and just fob me off and pacify me. It's gone too far in this country for that now. Everyone's had enough. Everyone can see the corruption. Everyone can sense the bullshit. You know, even when you talk about, you know, have you had your injections for this or your injections for that? No, don't talk to me about that COVID bullshit. We all know it was a lie. I would say what the reaction was, but I don't want to get the people in trouble. You know, but let's just say silent nods speaks volumes. Quite a nice lady that was as well. But she actually listened to what I was talking about, and you know, you don't get to see a doctor without explaining to the person you have to see first, because they have to do all the admin, don't they? So there you go. That guy didn't want me recording though, did he, at the beginning? Oh, that bit wasn't on the recording, was it? I said, oh, there's three of you, when he answered the door. I saw them coming on the security camera anyway, so. But I'd literally just been in the door 10 minutes, so. They turned up a little bit early. Trying to catch me on yacht. But not to worry. Did say to him though, I said, you don't mind me filming for my own legal protection, it'll only be audio, I won't be recording your faces. It'll just be set down and it'll be recording the audio in case I get accused of being antisocial or whatever, or not complying with whatever bullshit. You know. So if the thermostat goes down to 15 degrees in the house, it means it's reading the temperature at 15 degrees, doesn't it? Saying that the heating's going to kick in because it's gone below that temperature. Right? Otherwise it wouldn't go down in temperature, would it? Do you see what I mean? As he was trying to bamboozle me with science and make me sound like an idiot. Just because you got a clever little electronic wand that you're waving about, right? Which looked like a magnifying glass with digital stuff on the front of it. You know? As soon as he started using it, though, made my fucking laptop blink. Which has been happening. So therefore, that was the device that they were scanning the internet with. Right? So I reckon one of them was either the replacement neighbourhood manager or someone from the mental health team or the police putting on a badge to come and have a look around. Right? Because they get denied entry. So they have to be sneaky on how they do it. Right? But I'm more concerned about who that cunt was in the orange jacket that was trying to sneak in the back way. The fence hopper. Because that's exactly why I said I don't leave my windows open, because I've got snidey neighbours. Right, and they definitely tried to play that angle. Right. So now I haven't even got it open on the thing, I've got it shut. Because they did exactly what they said they was going to do. Or what I said they was doing. And then Donald done his thing out the front now. Right in front of the landlords, not knowing who there was. Hasn't he just showed them his true colours? You know? So I don't have no problems. We'll wait and see what letters come about repairs or whatever. Yeah, I was even noticing everything that he was photographing. I was watching the camera angles and everything, and as soon as I noticed him pointing it towards the vape box, I thought, ah, right, okay. So you're focusing on the vape. Why are you focusing and taking photographs of the vape? Right. So I even caught their sneaky little games. It's all discretionary information for the Investigatory Powers Act. Snooping. Like I said. Yeah, why don't you report repairs? Well, I don't want you in my fucking building, do I? Because you're fucking snidey. You tell me there's two coming and then you turn up in threes and then there's another one attempts to do something sneaky from the fucking back. Yeah. So that's why I've taken up archery. 2 attempts on my life and you're still fucking playing games with my health. Yeah, I'm not having it. Fuck you all. Right. Let's have a look at the curveball thing I said I was online that I was doing. Just going to check on the progress of that. Seems he was very interested in my lighter that was around my neck. And let's just check on the progress of this one. Track it. Since the Investigatory Powers Act is also looking at what I'm looking at. So 3rd, and we're now on the 5th, and I know it takes 3 days to get through that one, so 3 days on this one should be the maximum. So I'm going by a rough time scale on the curveball. Right. Let me show you what he was focused on, because he'd never seen one before. Right, that's what he was focused on. I've never seen one of them before. Right, so don't be surprised if I order something else like that as well then. Because it's for lighting cigarettes, that one. I need one for lighting bonfires if I go camping and hunting, don't I? Does that go snooping? Because it'll only be your assumptions, won't it? He told me I couldn't go hunting, so I did it anyway. I stuck my 2 fingers up in the good old English way. Now I'm doing exactly the same on that side of it as well, while actually getting my rights to do everything properly, legally. Right. Now, I had to turn my camera off, so now I'm going to stop recording. Shut my door to that, leaving it open a little bit. Get my outer layer of clothes off, so I can get these fucking supports off before it cuts off my circulation after having my blood taken. Let's just put my trousers back up there so they don't get smothered in dog hairs. There we go. Right. Make sure I ain't left no lights on. Yep, I have. Well, there you go, they've been up in the loft. So after the loft hatch was opened, is that where the guy was trying to sneakily get into? By fence hopping and in through an open window? Doesn't matter, does it? Because you got found out before you done it. So the condensation's cleaned off the window every morning as soon as I wake up and open the windows. But I didn't have time to do it this morning because I had to go to the doctor early. So I answered everything truthfully. Wasn't antisocial. Yeah, that's just coffee coloured emphysema globule. Oh, my spare computer battery fell off the back, I think. Yep. So there you go. No, I don't know. Why the fuck would I want landlords fucking disabled help? Fuck that. Should be able to go from my own family for that, shouldn't I? Wait, you're not coming in here yet. Just let me settle down now. Get this knee support off. Shut up. Still, so the body's repaired it the best it could. But look at this, look, I've just noticed this. As soon as they put the old out, it's showing up the old from what the state did. See it, just above the raised bit? Well, so just doing that has made the puncture wound from the collapsed vein resurface, so it's definitely a bodged thing. I explained it to the lady that took the blood test today. She said they must have gone through the vein. And I said, yeah, I'm just looking at it as a deliberate attempt on my life. So that's twice. That's the first attempt they used the nectar. Second attempt they tried it in prison. So yeah, there you go. Nice bit of black coffee because I forgot to get more coffee creamer. Right. Right, all this wood's now been dried out. So that's going to be cut down for the bolting to the wall stuff. So that's all that's up there for. So I'll just do this. Right. This is my usual thing that I do first thing in the morning. So it's no use trying to blind me with science, is it? The humidity, do you this, do you that? Right, okay. Right, so that's the little bit of water, right? Right, here comes the magic water remover. Well, would you look at that? It's just removed all the condensation, hasn't it? Right. There you go. That's the end of the condensation problem, isn't it? And usually when I'm watching the dogs out the window's open for about 10 minutes or so, which allows fresh air into the building, So no use telling me what to do there, is it? Because that's what I do every morning anyway. Right. But yeah, he didn't wipe it off the window frame, did he? Because it was actually in the paint. Right. So there you go. What else was over there, what he was trying to photograph? So there's nothing else there, so it was definitely that. Right. Snidey bastards, aren't they? There you go, you got to watch them closely. Right. Trying to blind you with science while they're taking the piss out of you. You know? Right, talking of geology, let's have a look. Sounds a bit drony up there, that one. So what's been happening in the UK? Have we had anything new? Third and third. Both in the southern North Sea and then Highlands afterwards. Took 3 days for it to move. Alright. I did say it'd be about 3 days on the other thing, didn't I? Alright. Which wasn't this that I was looking at. Right. Let's just check the next one. Bypass the cookie thing. Because I can still see the data. Philippines swarming still. Indonesia. Still high earthquakes there. Oklahoma. Gulf of Aden. So there's the pressure starting to come across from the two in the Gulf of Aden. So double earthquake, 4.5 and a 4.9, so I'd say 2 5s there. Alright, so that's come straight across from that 7.5. Well, the 2 7s, so that's how it's come across so far. 3 in the Gulf of Aden. All 4.5s, or 4.7s, if you see what I mean. So I'd say they was 5s and they've been downgraded. So there's a lot of energy coming across. Java, what time is the Java one? 9:14. That's the telltale signal that it's been coming through that way. Yeah, I'm not going to go back for it any more than that because I don't need to. I'm just watching for what's coming across Europe way. One second. Postman this time. Hang on, I'm just getting my keys. Stay there, shut up. Stay there, shut up a minute, Marnie. Good morning or afternoon, whatever it is. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much. Thank you. Looks like my curveball got through. Let's just have a look. It definitely did. It's been opened and been expected, so let's have a look. Ooh, motherfucker, that made me jump. Bigger version of that, yeah? For the camping kit. Yeah, that's all it is. Nothing else. But it's been inspected by both customs in the US and in England. What was I going to do then? So there you go. That's that turned up. So I'm happy with that. I shall test it out next time I light the barbecue. But I don't need to test it out until then. So it's just another tool that's been bought to do a specific task. Nothing more than that. Alright. Legitimate. Everything has a legitimate reason. Yes, no you can't, but you can if you know why. Questions and answers, honesty lies. Yes, no you can't, but you can if you know why. An argument, your statement. It's funny how the lyrics of a song prove true, isn't it? Right. Where's my vape? Because I've got a prison rollie left until my son gets here later. With the money that I lent him. So I can tide myself over until my next pay cycle. So all good on that front as well. Right, let's have a quick prison rollie. And that's me done, and then I'm on the vape for the rest of the day while I wait for my son. It's all good. just looking at it actually thinking, is it fucking worth it? And I don't think it is. It's going to be one puff and it's all gone. So I'd rather go without, otherwise it's just going to wind me up. Where's my vape? I can't exactly dash out and get any back at the moment. I could get them cheap shit cigarettes, I suppose, but why fucking run round like that? I was quite well coping on the vape anyway before I started smoking regularly again. So let's get back to the vaping. You're going to disrupt very powerful cycles. Right, okay, well this guy does speak a lot of sense. Why is it showing there's no volume? Oh yeah, because I haven't got the TV on yet. Yeah, I was clear enough that I'd made peace with the next door neighbour, but it's the clip that's actually carrying it on now. So there you go, that's that little hint dropped in their ear hole, and they actually got to see it for themselves as well, so all good. I was glad that the computer started messing about while they was here, because that just proved my point about who it was that was doing it, and he got to see it.
God is going to reveal to you your gifts. So these have been powerful gifts that have always been inside of you, that you were never aware about. But I also know 100% that some of those gifts, whichever gift it will be, but I might usually focus on the spiritual. There's going to come a time, chosen one, when God is going to reveal to you your gifts. So these have been powerful gifts that have always been inside of you, that you were never aware about. But I also know 100% that some of those gifts, whichever gift it will be, but I might usually focus on the spiritual gifts. Those gifts are meant to break very powerful cycles. So this is the video for you. I'll start with an example. A couple of years ago, some family moved into my vicinity. I will not be very specific because it's better to, protect other individuals. So there's a family that moved into my vicinity back in the days. Very friendly, nice people with some little children as well. And it was about 6 or 7 months later. I was about to go to sleep. Then I heard some noise. There was a noise, very disturbing noise. There was sounds coming from outside, but there was noise. And then So it was around 10, 11, I was about to go to bed. I
Sometimes
had
they
this
do
noise.
that
There were
to
like some people
purposely
crying and
disturb you, don't
screaming
they?
and shouting and fidgeting around. I was like, okay, so what's going on? So then I looked through the window and I saw this little kid lying on the floor. I was like, okay, so now this is very serious. So I put on my clothes very quickly and I ran downstairs. I wanted to see what was happening in that vicinity, what was going on. That's when I found out that one of the kids, could I say, had collapsed. I thought the kid had collapsed, but when I was trying to ask about the whole incident, these people told me that this kid was epileptic. Are you guys following? So this thing had gone on for a very long time. So many years, I think, for as long as this kid lived. He had always had a problem with epilepsy. So we're figuring around. These people don't speak English, and I'm trying to help them to translate. We're calling the services and everything. And then I was thinking, what do we do? You know, there were some people, you know, what do they call it? That thing whereby you are trying to revive somebody. Somebody's dying and you're trying to revive them, you know, pushing the chest and everything, pouring water, you know, whatever. They was doing everything, and there was nothing happening. And something happened. It was like a few minutes when I came into that vicinity. When I come on the scene, it took about 3 minutes. Out of the blue, the kid stood up and everything was okay. So the kid stood up even before the ambulance showed up. The kid stood up and everything was fine, you know. Now in those days I was thinking, could this be
Just
coincidence? I was like, I did not think about this thing immediately, but when I came back home to sleep, and I was like, okay, so these people had been fidgeting around for quite a time, a while. I showed up. In a few seconds, the kid stood up, and everything was okay. As if that was not enough, in about, maybe let's say 6 months later, this thing we're talking about, it was like 3.5 years ago. 6 months later, a similar incident happened. The same chaos, crying, shouting, people running up and down. Again, I was about to sleep. The same incident happened. I'm looking out of the window, the same kid. I'm like, okay, so what's happening here? Put on my shoes, clothes, went out. So when I went to this family, they told me the same thing had happened. You know, there was something going on with the kid. Everybody was all over the place. The whole place was upside down. So I took the phone and I was calling the services, the ambulance services. And then, so these people were talking, so they were telling me that time, I think that time it was like during the COVID time, you know, when everything was locked up, so the services were very slow, this and this. They was telling me that, oh, you know, it's going to take a couple of hours before they could show up, so they were trying to ask me questions on the phone.
This powerful heater can heat up any room in seconds without the high
off with this
electricity
stupid
costs.
adverts.
Electricity suppliers don't want you to know about this affordable.
And then something very magical happened. This is where I discovered this thing. The person on the other side told me, can you feel this kid's temperature? Is the kid heating up? Are they sweating? What is going on? Are they vomiting? They were asking me questions and I was answering. And then one thing happened, one thing in particular. They told me, can you feel the temperature of this kid? Now, you know, in that COVID time, everybody was afraid for these body contacts and everything. Nobody wanted to touch, but I was like, okay, this is a small kid, you know. What do I have to lose if I can do this and like carry on and go wash my hands? I just put my hands on the kid's forehead just like that. Again, this thing happened unconsciously, so I was not really, I was not like doing things, you know, like knowing what I was doing. I was just also in that same flow with the other guys and everything. As soon as I put my hand on this kid, the kid was fine. All of a sudden, the kid started talking. She got up, I'm okay. She was telling her parents, I'm okay, don't worry, this and this. I was like, wow.
Transference of energy.
So when I came back, now I get it. But what I told them in that time, I told them, listen guys, so what you need to do, drag the kid to the hospital so that they can make some further checks, just in case there's anything wrong or there's something we don't know, we don't see. Just to get assurance from the medics and everything. So when I came back home, these people took the kid to the hospital. I didn't know. They didn't tell me what happened. But I remember the next day talking to the guys. Hey guys, what happened last night? Did you guys go? I said, yeah, we went and the doctors said everything was okay. We had nothing to worry about. I was like, wow. So then it came to me. Chosen ones, God is going to bring you in certain places because you've got a mission there. So you do not really think that you're ending up in certain places by some chance or by some coincidence. You've got a mission there. You just haven't yet seen that mission, but you've got a mission there. So you are there in that particular place to do God's work. It could be healing. It could be different other things. It could be something you are meant to do in that particular area. So you are not in an area by coincidence. A lot of you guys, cycle breakers, the generational curse breakers, you already know this. You're thinking, why is your family upside down? Why is everybody rolling over the place? Why are you going through all this trauma, all this drama and everything? You are in those families to break cycles. But cycle breaking is not something that everybody can do. There is a specific chosen people that are supposed to do that job, because that is a spiritual assignment. And spiritual assignments
stop
require
crying, please,
particular
mate.
spiritual warriors to
Let
carry
me
out
watch
those
this
assignments.
video,
So that's why
finish me
sometimes you end up
coffee,
in certain places,
then I'll put the
and you think
blanket
it's a
on the
coincidence
bed
because
after
everybody's
airing my
against you.
bed off,
Everything
and
is
then you
upside
can
down. Things
get
are
on
turning
it.
up and you don't know what is going on. You're in those places for a reason. I'll give you
So
another
I need to
scenario.
dry the quilt out, because I was sweating last night.
There is people out there who are praying, please God help me. This has been happening. They've been struggling with giving birth. They've been struggling with jobs. They've been struggling with relationships. They have been suffering with the narcissist. They've been suffering with this. There is people all over the world that are going through so much. Those people, they are praying to God for assistance, for help, for one thing.
Lola!
Okay? What really happens now? Because God will not come from the sky
Bitch.
and
She's trying to chew the bottom of the step
intervene in certain
ladder.
people's situations. God is going to send specific people in those situations. Those people have already been anointed, because the anointing is
So fucking
enough
disruptive, you
to
little
overturn
bitch.
very strong
Why don't you
strongholds,
just
very
fucking
powerful strongholds in certain
chew
people's
the
lives.
plug
It
on
could
me
be something
Hoover?
as
Stop
powerful
being
as
naughty.
breaking out of certain
Not a
courts
puppy.
and breaking out of certain
You don't need
courts.
to be chewing.
There is just a few select people that can do this kind of assignments. Those are the
You're
people
just
they call
being
the
naughty
chosen
now.
ones.
Stop it.
Okay? I'll give you another example. For example, you might go to a certain job. There's people who've applied for that job, they couldn't get it. You've applied for that job. You may not really have gone there to be employed, because your assignment in that particular environment, for example, that job place, was a specific assignment, a specific mission that you were there. You were sent there to do something. Even most of the cases, you're not even conscious about this. Have you asked yourself a question as to why sometimes when you're in, there are some jobs you guys have been around these job center corporations and everything. You go into a certain factory, a certain company, a certain corporation, and all of a sudden, after 2 months, the manager has been sacked. After 2 months, something happened to somebody, and they had to resign from the work. I remember personally, in one corporation I used to work, in a few months, there was a manager who had been stealing. The manager manager had been stealing so much stuff from this company, worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. During that time that I was in that vicinity, that is the time that person was caught. So that's when the company found out that this manager had been stealing from them and he was arrested. It can be happening in so many cases where you're in a corporation and you see people getting fired, somebody has been sacked, somebody has been fired, and you're going to find out that those people actually, they have been a very big problem all this entire time for the other workers. So what the universe did, what God did, God found a way for you to navigate your life around and land in those particular places. Because there were some people that, there was a situation with some individuals that was supposed to be fixed spiritually. So by some chance you appeared in those places. And you may not be surprised that after that thing was cleared, the problem was gone, the problem was solved. Maybe the company even sometime you could have been needed in that place, because as soon as you stepped into those environments,
Don't let gas
Fuck off.
spoil your holiday.
the company took off. They started making a lot of money, so many profits. Everything started booming all of a sudden because you was employed in that place. You did not even sometimes recognize this. But you were sent in that place to bless those people and clean up the whole place in a very spiritual sense. Because I remember there's a place I worked as well, and all these people started getting sacked. You know, the energy vampires left the job.
What, the corrupt
The other psychopaths
left the job, did
got
they?
sacked.
So maybe
Other
that's
people
what
got
I'm
different kind of
supposed to be
pay. All the
doing, but
place started
fucking
cleaning up
hell.
in that particular place. So basically, what I'm trying to bring to your attention in this video is that God is sending you because you are God's chosen people. God is sending you in certain destinations and places on a mission. So you are there for a particular purpose. Usually the purpose involves, it can be helping, it can be enlightening, it can be healing, it can be doing different kinds of things. There could be things that people have been struggling with for years. It could be just a single answer that God has sent you to a certain place. You know, sometimes we meet random people. Oh, can I be your friend? Okay, let me take your number, this and this and this. And before they know it, in 2 days or 3, you will say something, only one word they need. And that word will change their life forever. They could have been struggling with a psychopath in their own house. They was not even aware of that. They could even sometimes be in toxic families. They're not even aware that there is some families that are dysfunctional. They got in contact with you, you said 1 or 2 words, and they broke free. So these kinds of assignments of chosen people, they happen like that, whereby for some reason God allows you to navigate your life in a certain way, whereby everywhere you go, you're going to be on a mission. So the chosen one is a man on a mission, okay? When your mission is done in that place, you have served that mission in that place, that is when now God is going to move you out of that area and relocate you to another place, where you're going to be prepared for your next mission. There's a place I've lived, and I'm not just sharing this particular story because it's very, very sensitive, but there's a very big story that has been happening in the place that I've lived. Until later on I found out the reason as to why I had to stay in that place for a very long period of time. This was an issue of emergency. Hadn't I been in that area in that time, there was going to be serious consequences happening to other people around that place. So when your mission has been accomplished in that area, that's when now you're going to see yourself moving out of that area, whereby now God is going to relocate you somewhere else. In that other place, I believe, I can promise you, you will meet your next assignment. So chosen ones are people who are deposited in different areas of society and environments to carry out specific assignments. But those assignments, like I've said, those are assignments from God. You're going to break very powerful strongholds. There will be things that have been enslaving people boarding up people's spiritual bones for a very long period of time.
Yeah,
You show
corruption
up,
would do
the
that.
bones are broken. Just by your presence, you showing up. Or it could be something you say, it could be just a physical touch, it could be something that you do that is going to help other people actually break free, okay? From so many things that have been holding them bondage and captive for a very long period of time. That is the power of the chosen one. So let us know what you think about this video in the comment section below. You guys know that I do love support, book a session, donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will catch you guys in my next one. Denzel was signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.
That made sense. Right, so today what I'm going to be doing, while it's still recording, and we're at 1 minute 42 already. Wow. So what my next thing is to be doing is to be contacting the mental health team, just to explain to them that the dog had chewed through the phone lead and I can't now hear the phone if I'm laying on my bed in the bedroom. Quite a reasonable explanation for why I missed their call. And then I'm going to begin the process of contacting drugscience.org, setting up online portal to communicate with them, and the same with my doctor. And just generally starting the process. So I need to look back through the video now, which the lovely lady was showing you what the process involves. Follow her advice, get it all set up and the ball rolling. Any medical stuff, the doctors already said, well, if they need to contact us or whatever, then that's okay. So there you go. I'm doing this with my doctor's full support. So I wasn't lying about that. That's why I went to speak to my doctor first before I began the process. So all the boxes are ticked. Everything's legal and above board. He knows why I've had to do it this way, because the Royal College of this or that, or the medical service of this or that, has to be in charge of the process. So rather than just go off my own back and then turn around and demand that they help me and support me, I've done it the right way by saying, well, look, you yourself as the doctor, you know that the process is a slow process, and you've already told me there is slow movement on it now, but it's still slow movement. I shouldn't have to be being shown by other people how to do this legally. You should be able, as my doctor, to say, okay, well, this is the only thing that works for him. I want permission to be able to prescribe it for him, rather than having to go for a third party to do it. Yeah, so I'm doing it the right way. I've now got the official, yeah, that's okay, you've got our support to do it with. So now I can actually start healing myself, get all the pain taken away, and as you heard me describe to the neighbourhood manager and the new one, if that's who he actually is, the new neighbourhood manager is also aware of it now, in advance of him taking up his job. So, you know, so there is no antisocial angle. Even if someone makes an erroneous complaint, it's just showing them up for what they actually are. The type of people who, like they witnessed out the front of the building with the stupidness. So there you go. So they just expose themselves for being informants or agitators, don't they? So nothing's actually going to come of any complaints, because I'm not actually doing anything illegal, and I'm doing it specifically for pain relief. Yeah, not to get high. But obviously I will be going for the strongest possible stuff that I can get my hands on, and then I won't have to buy so much of it, will I? So there is method behind that as well. What's the point of buying weak strains if the weak strains make you smoke double? You see what I'm saying? So the tobacco is definitely going. Once I've got my legal side of it all sorted out, I can then be pain free all the time, which is going to be paid for by my disability benefit, which is what it's intended to do, to make my standard of life better and more copable one. So there you go. Should I find myself in a position where I haven't got enough money to go right the way through because I'm having to eke out gas or whatever, then obviously I'm going to have to apply for more money. But because of what's been going on with the state and state agencies, there's money coming anyway off of that at some point in time. So even that side of it I'm not really that worried about. I'm not chasing money or anything like that. I'm not that way inclined. I'm not financially motivated. As long as I've got enough to get by on in life, I'm quite happy with that. You know, it'd be nice to be in a position like other people, but yeah, one day it'll happen. But at the moment, they're trying to keep everybody in their place with so much to live on and turn the screws and call us parasites, do whatever they want to do, you know, while watching us all suffer and torturing us, you know, which is wrong on so many different levels. So I'm just saying, well, fuck, I'm not prepared to live like that anymore. And if you don't like it, fuck off, let me leave the country. So there you go. You're setting up as achieve what? You just played for time and then you run out of time. Because it's happening anyway. I heard that the UK is now getting involved in the Middle East as well. So there you go, more sabre rattling. Back to the Syria thing again, innit? Got to get involved, got to fucking stand shoulder to shoulder. Fuck off, you're just bringing us more problems and wasting our tax money, which should be being spent on healing the nation. You know? So yeah, it's a pretty sad state of affairs, isn't it? But there you go, what can you do when your so-called leaders are really fucking inbred thick idiots that can't see past their own devious plans. You know? So there you go. Right, I'm going to end the video there because I want to make myself something to eat now and let the dogs in here and sort my bed out and if I feel up to it, do the washing up and sort the kitchen out. Currently it's a bit backed up, so I'm still tired, so I'll probably end up having a nap at some point, which will throw my sleep pattern out a little bit more. But I did tell the doctor what had been going on, but didn't ask for any help with sleeping medication or anything like that, because it wasn't about going begging for medication today, was it? It was, well, okay, I'm taking control of things now and that's it. So I shouldn't have to come and beg a medical service for help and then get given fucking peanuts, if you see what I mean. Still having problems with the sciatic nerve pill. I didn't get given any medication for that, didn't ask for it. I was just told that I'm allowed to have my medication back now because I've allowed the blood test. Right, so why are they so incessant on getting my blood? Do you see what I mean? We need to check this man's blood because something's not right about this guy. He's not submitting, he's not doing this, he's not afraid. We need to check his loose levels. Why can't we get to him? Why isn't he afraid? His body's repairing itself. He's telling us he's got arthritis. We know he's a slider. So they therefore know that the arthritis is connected to that because it expands the gas in the joints. You know? There you go, it's all self-explanatory, isn't it? Right, it's just coming up to the 2-hour mark, 1 minute 52, so I'm going to listen to it back before I post this video. Because I'm not hiding anything and the whole process is being done publicly, including the check on the home, because I know what they was angling for. You know, we suspect you're up to something, but we don't know what it is. So, okay, so I know what you're hinting at. Your corrupt probation officer fucking let that cat out the bag ages ago. I've just been sitting back watching. Zigzagging. Protecting the people that have been helping me. Suffering in the meantime. While you assume there's something going on when there is nothing going on. So by you saying something like the humidity in the building, that to me is hinting that something's causing the humidity in the building when it's only body heat in the building, not steam from drying clothes or steam from anything else. Because they've now seen the whole building. Except for the room what the dogs was in, but I'll show you that before I shut the video. Because obviously it's just cost me another fucking electrical device while they was in here fucking about for whatever purpose they was in here fucking about, trying to get themselves off the hook by saying that it's this or that, so it's not really their responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Right, stay there, dogs. Yes, I've been drying clothes in here. There's no condensation on the windows, really. while the dogs was in here. Let me just check the cable, it hasn't got too many teeth holes in it. Yes, I'm not sure who did it, but I bet it was the same fucking little horrid bitch. No, there's no teeth in there, so it's just literally putting a different plug on it. And then I can use my Hoover again.